Hello everyone, today we'll be making cheese burst pizza without yeast. So all the ingredients with the quantities are in the description box below. So let's start first by kneading our dough. Now for your dough you need 200 grams of all-purpose flour or maida, half a cup of yogurt at room temperature, some cornmeal or makai ka atta for dusting your dough, salt as per taste and a tablespoon of sugar, 2 pinch of baking soda and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Now in a bowl add your all-purpose flour. To this add your baking soda and baking powder, salt, sugar. Mix this. Now add your oil. After adding your oil, you will find that your dough is getting a little crumbly. Now today we are going to knead our dough only with yogurt, so there will be no use of water in it. That's why I have taken half a cup of yogurt. Once your dough is crumbly, it's time to add your yogurt. Now don't add it all at one time. Just take a spoon and add little by little. We don't want a very rough or a very thick dough or a very runny or sticky dough. We just want it to be smooth. So keep kneading it and just add yogurt as required because we need a very smooth dough. Now once your dough is halfway done, you can see, just press it, and if it's staying, it is taking that impression of it, that means your dough is ready. Just pat it a few times. This is a good stress reliever. Then just punch it. And just form a ball out of it. Now just pinch and tuck it inside so that you form a nice round surface on the top. Just pinch and tuck. Now just rest your dough for about 10 to 15 minutes. Don't cover it with anything, just leave it on its own. You can see how soft my dough is. It's been about 10 to 15 minutes. You can see my dough is all nice and soft. So I'm just gonna take it onto my working surface. Just going to knead it for a minute or two. Now here I'm making 2 pizzas out of it. So I'm just gonna divide it. Just eyeball it and just divide it into half. Let's work with one half of our dough. Again just roll it into a cylinder. Now just take your finger and just mark 3 fingerprints on it. So what we are going to do is, whichever has 1 fingerprint on it, just make a slit or just take out that much part of the dough, and the rest just make it into a nice small smooth ball. Now we are going to take the smaller portion of the dough and roll out a chapati out of it. Now why we are doing this is to make one layer of the first layer of the pizza, because we are making a cheese burst pizza. Now a cheese burst pizza has 2 layers in it, so the first layer is to be cooked on a stove top. So just make your smaller portion of the dough into a round disc, dust it with some maida, dust your rolling surface with some maida and also a rolling pin, and just roll out a chapati. Now your chapati should be as thin as possible. Now just roll out a chapati, work your hand towards the edges, don't put too much pressure in the middle. Also in between, don't forget to dust your chapati with some maida so that it doesn't get stuck on the surface or onto your rolling pin. Continue doing this as much as possible. Now once your roti is all rolled out, with the help of a fork start making holes or just poke your roti with it so that it doesn't get puffed up while cooking it. Now once you are done poking it, just make sure your pan is all nice and hot and let your roti cook. Now while your one roti is getting cooked, just make the another one. As I said, I'm making 2 pizzas out of this, so I'm just gonna make the other one in the same shape and same size. Now while your second roti is getting cooked, let's move on to our next layer, which is the base of the pizza. So you want to roll out the roti a little bigger in size as compared to your first layer. So just roll out your roti and make sure the first roti should be smaller and the second roti should be a big. Now whatever I'm saying, you might be not understanding or you might be getting a little confused, but when you see the video you get to know what I'm trying to say. So let's just roll out our base. As I said, it should be bigger than your upper base. Meanwhile, keep an eye on your roti, don't let it burn. Now you want to just cook your roti as much as you don't want to like overcook it, or you don't want to fully cook it. You should be able to fold your roti. So that is how much you want to cook it. Keep rolling your roti out. I've completed rolling out my first layer, so I'm just gonna go and take my first layer and just keep it onto my base and just see if it fits. Now it is fitting, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take a fork and just again start poking holes in it as we did in the earlier rotis. Just repeat the same step. Once done, then transfer your base onto a plate. Just dust your plate with some maida and just place your roti over it. Now as I said, I'm making 2 pizzas, so I'm just going to repeat all those steps again for making my second base. Now once my second base is all ready, let's move on to our topping. Now again, for the toppings, all the ingredients are in the description box, so do not forget to check it out. Let's start with about half a cup of cheese spread, 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce or as per your taste. Now here I've used store-bought pizza sauce, or you can just make it at home. Your pizza base which you just made. Red chili, Italian herbs, oregano and pizza masala. I've used 4 of them. A handful of corns. Now these are sweet corns, not the boiled ones. Some black olives, roughly 10 to 15. Some maize flour or makai ka atta. Mozzarella cheese. Now here I've used the cube ones. Some melted butter. And if you like jalapenos like I do, then you can use jalapenos. You can use any toppings of your choice. You will be also needing a baking dish or anything on which you are going to bake. Now let's start by cutting our vegetables. So I'm just gonna cut our bell peppers. I've used red, green and yellow. Now you don't want to cut it finely, you just want to dice it. Now once you are done dicing all your bell peppers, I forgot to show, you'll be also needing diced onions. So I've just diced them. Next step is to thinly slice your olives. Now it should be, just go as thin as possible, but be careful while doing this, don't hurt yourself. Once your olives are all chopped, now just you have to butter a baking dish or anything in which you are going to bake your pizza. Brush it with some butter. Once brushed with butter, just go with your maize flour or your makai ka atta and just sprinkle it on your butter. Now this is what it gives, that crusty feeling to your crust. Next, take your base and place it onto your sprinkled baking dish. Once placed, just go in with your cheese spread, just give it a good whisk, make sure it's nice and creamy and just place it into the center. Now you don't want to spread your cheese spread towards the edges, it should be only in the center. Once done spreading it, take your roti and just place it on the top. Now let's just tuck the edges together and just stick it to the roti. Now if you are anyone who knows how to make momos, you get what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to show. Now let's just take a closer look to this. I'm just pinching in the base together and just pressing it against the roti. Continue doing this till you are done the full way around. After doing this, just take your pizza sauce. To this, add in your tomato ketchup. Mix this together. Now once your sauce is all ready, start spreading your sauce onto your base. Make sure each edge is well covered with the sauce. Now spread a layer of cheese. Now you can use any cheese which you like. Here I am using cube mozzarella. Now to this add in your bell peppers. Add your diced onions. Now after adding your onions, you can just add any toppings of your choice. Now just go with your butter and just start brushing the crust with the butter. Now what this will do is, this will give that golden brown crust which you are looking for. So just brush your entire crust with the butter. Once done, just put this pizza into the oven, a preheated oven at 200 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes or until the cheese is all melted and the crust is golden brown. It's been about 25 minutes and my pizza is all done. You can see how it has got the golden brown crust. Show you a slice of the pizza. Now the pizza was so hot and the cheese was melting and the toppings, as you can see, just slided off. You can see the cheese in between. So there you have it, your cheese burst pizza at home without any yeast is all ready. It looks so tempting and delicious. Now if you enjoyed today's video, do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. For more videos, the link is above, just click on it. And if you have any recipes that you want me to try out or any queries, just put it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.